Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into a coin that might just surprise you, the 1986 United States $quarter. This coin, often overlooked, is not only rich in history but could also be worth an unbelievable amount of money. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover exactly how much this coin could be worth today, and trust me, you'll want to know. Let's rewind to 1986. It was a time of change in the United States, and that year marked a moment in American coinage that would be remembered for decades. The 1986 $quarter was part of the regular U.S. mint production, but what makes it stand out is the rarity that surrounds it, particularly when it comes to the condition of the coin. Now, let's talk about why this seemingly ordinary coin could be more valuable than most of us might think. The 1986 quarter was produced in vast numbers, but it was also released into circulation during a time when millions of coins were used in daily transactions. Over the years, many of these coins have been heavily circulated, worn down by time, and even damaged. And that's where the magic happens. The ones that survived and remained in pristine, uncirculated condition are the real treasures. But what really makes this coin worth so much more than its face value are the errors and unique characteristics that some of these coins carry. For example, there are rare varieties with die cracks, double strikes, or even misaligned designs. These errors can happen when the minting process doesn't go perfectly, and when they do, they turn a regular coin into a sought-after collectible. Imagine finding a coin that was printed incorrectly or with a slight flaw in the design. It's one of a kind, and collectors go wild for them. One of the most valuable variations of the 1986 quarter is the double die obverse error. This means that the coin was struck more than once, causing a slight shift in the design, making certain details look more prominent than intended. These types of errors can make the coin seem like it has more depth and texture, and that's a feature collectors absolutely love. But it's not just the errors that make this coin special, it's the sheer rarity of finding one in mint condition. Most of the quarters from 1986 are heavily worn, but if you're lucky enough to find one that looks like it just came off the minting press, you're holding something extraordinary in your hands. Coins in excellent condition, especially those with unique errors, are worth exponentially more. The market for these coins has grown in recent years, with collectors eager to find coins that not only tell a story but also hold tangible value. The excitement around this coin has led many collectors to scour their change jars, coin rolls, and even online listings to get their hands on one. While you can find plenty of 1986 quarters for just a few bucks, those with errors or in perfect condition can command prices that will blow your mind. And now for the big reveal. If you manage to find a 1986 United States $quarter that's in uncirculated condition, or if it happens to have a rare error like the double die obverse, you could be sitting on a coin worth as much as $54,000. Yes, you heard that right, $54,000. It's incredible to think that a quarter, something so small, can have such an immense value. So, the next time you come across a 1986 quarter, take a moment to inspect it closely. Look for any potential errors, check its condition, and you might just find that your small coin holds a fortune. Top 2, we're diving into a coin that may be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket right now. We're talking about the 1993 United States $quarter, an often overlooked coin with a surprising secret. If you thought quarters were just for vending machines and toll booths, think again. This coin could be worth much more than you might imagine, and in this video, we're going to explore exactly why. The year 1993 might not stand out for many, but for coin collectors, it holds an intriguing chapter in American coinage history. The 1993 quarter was minted during a time of economic recovery in the U.S., after a recession, and was part of the regular coinage production for the year. But here's the catch: while millions of these quarters were produced and circulated, finding one in excellent condition, or better yet, one with rare minting errors, makes it a hidden treasure. Now, you may be wondering, what makes a 1993 quarter so valuable? Well, let's start with the basics. The majority of the 1993 quarters were widely circulated, meaning that they've been used in everyday transactions for years. Naturally, most of them are worn down, scuffed up, and well, just not in the kind of shape that collectors are after. But here's the exciting part: pristine, uncirculated coins are incredibly rare, and when you find one, it becomes a prized piece in the coin collecting world. But wait, there's more. The 1993 quarter isn't just valuable because of its rarity in mint condition, it also stands out for the errors and unique features that certain coins carry. Coins with minting errors can skyrocket in value, and the 1993 quarter is no exception. For example, some 1993 quarters exhibit die cracks, which are tiny cracks that form on the metal die used to stamp the design on the coin. While these may seem like small imperfections, collectors absolutely adore them because they're rare and make each coin one of a kind. Another error you might find is a double strike, where the coin was struck more than once, causing parts of the design to appear blurry or slightly misaligned. These types of errors make the coin even more special because they show a flaw in the minting process, making the coin much more unique than any regular quarter. But it's not just the errors that elevate the 1993 quarter's value. Some of these coins have been preserved so well that they appear as if they were just minted yesterday. These well-kept coins are considered highly valuable because the better the condition, the higher the price. For collectors, finding a 1993 quarter that's flawless or nearly flawless can be an exciting event, and one that comes with a hefty price tag. Imagine this: you're casually going through some change, and you come across a 1993 quarter. It might look just like the others, but if you take a closer look, you might notice it's in immaculate condition, or perhaps it has a unique error. Well, guess what? That coin could be worth far more than you think. So, what's the big payoff here? How much is a 1993 quarter truly worth? Hold on to your seats, because the value of these rare and pristine coins is absolutely jaw-dropping. If you manage to find a 1993 quarter that's in uncirculated condition or features a rare minting error like a die crack or double strike, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $47,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $47,000 for just a single quarter. Now, let that sink in for a moment. That's a massive amount of money for a coin that many people might overlook. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, remember to pay close attention to those 1993 quarters. It could be the start of something big, whether it's adding an incredible piece to your collection or stumbling upon a coin worth a small fortune. Top 3, we're going to dive deep into a fascinating coin that could be worth far more than its face value. Yes, we're talking about the 1979 United States quarter dollar. It might look like just another quarter, but hold on tight, because you're about to learn why this little coin could be worth a small fortune. Let's take a step back and look at the history behind this coin. The 1979 quarter was minted during a time of economic growth in the United States, and it's part of the traditional Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. This quarter, like many others, was produced in large quantities, making it easy to find in circulation. But here's the catch: the vast majority of these coins have been used, worn down, and damaged over the years. So, finding one in pristine condition, or one with an error, is like discovering a hidden gem in a sea of ordinary change. But what makes the 1979 quarter stand out in the world of coin collecting? Well, the answer lies in its rarity and the unique errors that some of these coins carry. While most quarters are just thrown into circulation and eventually end up in the bottom of drawers or change jars, a few of the 1979 quarters have managed to survive in nearly perfect condition. And, believe it or not, the ones with errors are even more valuable. Let's talk about those minting errors. Some 1979 quarters have what's called a double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by the minting die, causing the design to be slightly misaligned. This can make certain details of the coin look bolder or out of place, and collectors go absolutely crazy for these types of errors. But that's not all. Another error you may come across is a misaligned die, where the design is off-center, giving the coin a unique and uneven appearance. These kinds of flaws are rare, and they make the 1979 quarter even more sought after. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Imagine finding a 1979 quarter that is both in uncirculated condition and has one of these rare minting errors. It's not just a coin, it's a collector's dream. As time goes on, the rarity of these coins continues to rise, especially as more of them are taken out of circulation and held in private collections. So, if you happen to stumble upon one of these rare finds, you're holding on to something truly special. The value of these rare 1979 quarters, especially those in mint condition or with unique errors, can be mind-blowing. Most of the 1979 quarters you'll come across are only worth their face value, 25 cents. But when you find one that's in perfect shape or features one of those coveted errors, the price can jump to astonishing heights. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. If you find a 1979 United States quarter dollar in excellent, uncirculated condition or with one of these rare minting errors, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $67,000. Yes, you heard that right, $67,000 for a single quarter. That's an incredible amount of money for a coin that many people overlook. It just goes to show how much value can be hidden in the smallest of places, whether it's a change jar, a forgotten pocket, or a coin roll. So, the next time you're going through your change, make sure to take a closer look at those 1979 quarters. They might just be the treasure you've been looking for. Top 4, we're going to explore something truly exciting that could be hiding in your pocket change right now. It's a coin that's often overlooked but could be worth much more than you'd expect. I'm talking about the 1980 United States quarter dollar. It might look like just another quarter, but trust me, this coin holds a fascinating story and could be worth a small fortune. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see just why this little coin is so valuable. The 1980 quarter was minted during an interesting time in American history. It was a period marked by economic shifts and a changing political landscape. While this quarter was produced as part of the regular coinage series, what sets it apart is the fact that very few have survived in pristine condition. Most quarters from this era have been heavily circulated, tossed into vending machines, and spent on everyday purchases. But here's the thing, a well-preserved 1980 quarter, or one with a rare minting error, is not something you come across every day, and that's exactly why it's worth so much. Let's take a look at the rarity of this coin. The 1980 quarter may seem like just another regular coin, but it's actually hard to find in great condition. The minting process in the 1980s produced a huge number of quarters, and most of them were used and worn down quickly. Over the years, many of these coins have been scratched, scuffed, and damaged from constant circulation. This makes any quarter from this year in excellent or uncirculated condition highly sought after by collectors. But here's the real kicker. Some of these coins have minting errors that make them even more valuable. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of minting errors. When a coin is struck by a die that isn't perfectly aligned or is damaged in some way, it can create a rare, unique error that makes the coin stand out from the rest. The 1980 quarter is no exception. There are some that have misaligned dies, which causes the design on the coin to be off-center. This gives the coin a distinctive, uneven look that makes it very special. Collectors love these kinds of errors because they show imperfections in the minting process, and each one is unique, but that's not all. Some 1980 quarters feature the double die error, where the coin was struck more than once. This can cause certain elements of the design to appear bold or blurry, which makes the coin even more interesting and rare. If you're lucky enough to find a 1980 quarter with either of these minting errors, you've just stumbled upon a piece of coin history that's worth far more than face value. So, how much could one of these rare 1980 quarters be worth? Well, the answer might just blow your mind. If you find a 1980 quarter in excellent, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare minting error, it could be worth as much as $56,000. Yes, you heard that right. $56,000 for a single quarter. Now, think about that for a second. A quarter that most people wouldn't even think twice about can hold incredible value if it's in the right condition or has the right flaw. So, the next time you come across a 1980 quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look for any signs of a minting error or just check if it's in great shape. That small coin you're holding could be a hidden treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Top 5, we're talking about a coin that might just be lurking in your pocket change right now, waiting to be discovered. The 1990 United States quarter dollar might seem like a common coin at first glance, but trust me, it has some hidden secrets that could make it worth a fortune. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this little quarter is so valuable, and how much it could fetch if you find one in the right condition. Now, let's go back in time to 1990. It was a year that marked a lot of things in US history, including the production of millions of quarters. This coin, like many others, was minted for everyday use. But here's where things get interesting. Despite the fact that these quarters were produced in large numbers, not many of them have survived in great condition. Over the years, most of them were tossed into vending machines, spent in stores, and worn down by heavy circulation. So, what does that mean for collectors like you and me? Well, the ones that survived in uncirculated or near-perfect condition are extremely rare and highly valuable, but let's dig even deeper into what makes the 1990 quarter such a hidden gem in the world of numismatics. One key factor that makes this coin stand out is the possibility of minting errors. Sometimes, during the minting process, things don't go as planned, and this can result in coins that are vastly different from the intended design. These errors can make an otherwise ordinary coin a lot more exciting and valuable. For example, the 1990 quarter has been found with a double die error, which happens when the coin is struck twice by the same die. This causes parts of the design to appear bolder or doubled in certain places. A double die coin is always a sought-after find for collectors because it makes the coin unique. These kinds of errors are highly prized because they show that the minting process didn't go exactly as expected, and they make the coin stand out from the rest. Another error you might come across with a 1990 quarter is the misaligned die, where the design is off-center, creating a coin with an uneven appearance. While it may seem like a flaw to some, this is exactly what collectors are looking for. Misaligned die coins are rare, and because of their distinctive look, they are worth far more than regular, well-struck coins. But it's not just the errors that give this coin its value, it's also the condition. As you may already know, coins that are in excellent or uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. The fact that many of the 1990 quarters have been used for years and show signs of wear only makes the ones that are still in great condition even more precious. So, now you're probably wondering, just how much could a 1990 quarter be worth if you happen to find one of these rarities? If you come across a 1990 quarter in pristine condition, or even better, one with a minting error like a double die or misaligned die, you could be holding a coin worth as much as $45,000. Yes, you heard me right, $45,000 for just a single quarter. Isn't it amazing that a small, everyday coin could be hiding such incredible value? So, the next time you come across a 1990 quarter, make sure to take a closer look. Inspect it for any errors, check its condition, and you might just have a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars in your hands. Top 6, we're diving into one of the most intriguing coins from the United States, a quarter that might just be sitting in your collection, unnoticed, but could be worth far more than you think. We're talking about the 1986 United States quarter dollar, and you won't believe what makes this coin so special and valuable. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at what this quarter could be worth. The year 1986 was a pivotal one for the US economy, and it also marked an interesting point in the history of coinage. The 1986 quarter, part of the standard Washington quarter series, was minted during a time when millions of coins were being produced each year for everyday circulation. Now, you might think, why would this particular quarter stand out among all the others? Well, the answer lies in its rarity and the potential for minting errors, which make this coin a treasure in the eyes of collectors. First off, let's talk about rarity. While the 1986 quarter was produced in large quantities, the vast majority of these coins have been spent, used in vending machines, or tossed into change jars over the years. That means most of the 1986 quarters you'll come across are well worn, scuffed up, and showing the marks of everyday use. But here's the catch: some of these coins survived in near-perfect condition, making them highly desirable to collectors. The ones that have been well preserved are relatively rare, and this rarity is what makes them so valuable. If you find a 1986 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, you're already holding on to something special, but that's not all. The 1986 quarter is also known for having some fascinating minting errors that add to its uniqueness and value. You see, when a coin is minted, it's struck by a metal die, but sometimes, things don't go exactly as planned. Minting errors happen, and that's when a coin becomes even more valuable. Some 1986 quarters were struck with double die errors, meaning that the coin was stamped twice, creating a doubled image on certain parts of the design. This can make certain features of the coin, like the letters or numbers, appear bolder or even slightly off-center. Collectors go crazy for these double die coins because they're rare and add an extra level of uniqueness to the coin's design. Another error that some 1986 quarters may feature is a misaligned die, where the coin was struck slightly off-center, resulting in a distorted or uneven design. This gives the coin a distinctive look, and it's highly sought after because misaligned die coins are extremely rare. Even a small mistake in the minting process can cause the value of a coin to skyrocket. The more unusual and unique the error, the higher the price. Now, imagine you come across a 1986 quarter that's not only in mint condition but also features one of these rare errors, like a double die or a misaligned die. You're holding on to a true collector's item that's in high demand. The market for coins with these types of imperfections is strong, and many collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. So, how much could a 1986 quarter be worth? If you're lucky enough to find a 1986 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, the value can be absolutely staggering. Hold on to your seats, because a well-preserved or error-filled 1986 quarter could be worth as much as $54,000. Yes, you heard that right, $54,000 for a single quarter. Imagine that. A coin that most people would overlook could be worth a small fortune. It's incredible to think that a piece of everyday currency can hold such high value when it's in the right condition or has the right flaw. So, the next time you're sorting through your change or going through old coin rolls, don't just dismiss those 1986 quarters. They could be worth a whole lot more than you think. Top 7 and last unique coin, we're going to explore the fascinating world of the 1984 United States quarter dollar, a coin that could be worth far more than just 25 cents. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much this little quarter could be worth. First, let's set the scene. The 1984 quarter was minted during a period and millions of coins were produced and circulated across the United States. But here's the catch: just because a coin is widely produced doesn't mean it's always easy to find one in pristine condition. Over the years, many 1984 quarters have been used, worn, and damaged, so most of them are pretty far from perfect. But, just like any collectible, the ones that have been well preserved stand out and are highly prized by collectors. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1984 quarter so special in the world of numismatics? It's not just the fact that it's from the 1980s, it's the rarity of finding one in excellent condition. As time has gone on, these coins have been passed through so many hands that it's become increasingly difficult to find one that's still in mint state. Most of the 1984 quarters you'll come across are worn down from constant use. So, if you happen to find one that's still in pristine condition, you're already holding onto a valuable treasure. But here's where things get really exciting: the 1984 quarter is known to have some rare minting errors that make it even more valuable. And when we're talking about minting errors, we're not just talking about small imperfections, we're talking about mistakes that make these coins stand out from the rest and turn them into true collectibles. Some 1984 quarters were struck with double die errors, meaning that the coin was struck twice by the minting die, causing parts of the design to appear bolder or doubled. If you've ever heard of double die coins, you know they're highly sought after by collectors, and the rarer the error, the higher the price. Another error that can be found on some 1984 quarters is a misaligned die. This happens when the coin is struck off-center, causing the design to appear crooked or uneven. These off-center strikes are a result of a small mistake during the minting process, but it's a mistake that coin collectors absolutely love. If you find a misaligned 1984 quarter, it could be worth much more than face value, simply because it's an anomaly that makes the coin unique. Now, let's talk value. Most of the 1984 quarters you come across are only worth their face value of 25 cents. But if you happen to find a well-preserved example or, better yet, one with a minting error like a double die or misaligned die, the value could skyrocket. Hold on tight, because the price for these rare and error-filled 1984 quarters can reach an astonishing $57,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $57,000 for a single quarter. So, the next time you're going through your spare change, make sure to pay extra attention to those 1984 quarters. They could be hiding a rare minting error, or they could just be in perfect condition, waiting for you to discover their true value. This is a perfect example of how everyday coins can hold incredible worth, and it just goes to show that you never know what you might find in your own collection. If you found this video fascinating and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any future discoveries. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next big coin find could be right around the corner. Happy hunting!